So welcome everybody to this session about OneNote life hacks. Who here is using OneNote? Okay, we're good, we're done. I don't have anything more to say. That's perfect. Short session. Okay, so this is about how to capture to OneNote. This is part of my OneNote life hacks system, where it's about capturing, processing, organizing, and executing on the content. What I'm going to focus on here now is the capture process and make sure we have a good foundation for producing content. And I'm going to reveal to you the essence of OneNote life hacks in the beginning of my talk rather than in the end. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Yes. Perfect, let's do it. So it's all about capturing your thoughts, your insights, your ideas, and all those to-do lists you are running through your head right now. Capture them into one place. Your slides, whiteboards, capture them into one place. Your actionable emails should not stay in Outlook. It should stay in one place. And which place is that? The collection section within OneNote. That's a section within a new OneNote that you're going to create or use your existing, where everything goes. I believe that the Outlook inbox is not your agenda. It's not your full set of actions, but you have so many sources for actions, for information, social media, like places here at Ignite where you get tips and tricks. You're probably working in Teams, you get actions in there, and you have all those different places where you get actions. Collect them into OneNote. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So here at Ignite, when you find a slide you like, even though you get access to the recording, even though you get access to the slide deck after the conference, you should use OneNote to capture this. Previously, Office Lens was a really good idea, but now all that functionality is in OneNote. This is an example for Android. It works the same for iOS. So let's see what we do. So you go in, capture a photo, and then you take the picture, choose Document, take the picture. It will adjust the picture, clarify it, and you can save it. This is a new page saved in your collection section that you can find it again. And when you save the first image, you can just take more photos and add and comment on that. So you have a good place to take notes. This is just a quick start to take notes in OneNote. So setting this up, to set it up the correct way, especially on Android, but it also is a good way to set it up for iOS, is you need to configure this. So you need to sign in to your account, preferably an Office 365 account, because that's your enterprise identity. Hopefully, you have multi-factor authentication, conditional access, it's secured content. When you're signing in, you will find your notebook stored on that OneDrive. I use a GTD notebook that I created for this, and you will go into that notebook and choose the collection section, which is a section you create with that notebook, and hold and press and set as default. This is the life hack for setting this up on mobile. For iOS, you install, you log in, you need to take the first capture, and then you save to OneNote, and then you choose the collection section, and it will stay that for all captures in the future. But this is so important because wherever you go and capture, it will go into the collection section within OneNote. So here, this is a new feature within the OneNote app. You can take a note, create a to-do list, insert a photo, and record an audio. So when you're out and about here at the expo area, you will talk to exhibitors. They will have some super cool tips for you. You talk to your peers, subject matter experts, and then you take notes. So you go in, take a note, and you, unedited, just take that note, take that information, maybe say what type of information it is. Maybe it's more information, that's a session like this, and you save it. Where do you save it? into your collection section within OneNote, unedited, because you shouldn't think about where to save it, just that you need to take care of that information. For me personally, when I got started with this, or before I got started with this, I saved to SMS, Outlook, back of the business cards. I lost the information all over. It was horrible. Now I have everything. I know where to find it. It's in the collection section within OneNote. So I'm a social media addict. Hi, I'm Ståle. I'm a social media addict. And I surf social media whenever I have time. And I found so much good content that I need to save for later. I found articles I want to read, videos I want to watch, but I don't have time right then and there. So that's where I opened the web page. I found some useful content that I want to reference to later, capture for the book I'm writing, Office 365 for IT pros, capture for my YouTube series, OneNote Life Hacks, or for my blogs. And then I go and send to OneNote. So you will find it in OneNote. Where does it go? Collection section, correct. And I can find it again for later use. So this is the most important part. The fundament of the entire process is a 5-step process. Unfortunately, I don't have time to deep dive into all of this in these next 14 minutes. But I will go through what they are, and I will show you how I work with email in the same setting. So, step 1. You want to change your habits. And that's the hardest part, right? Because we are used to doing stuff the way we do them, and it's hard to change that. So we need to commit to changing. We need to have a goal, why we're doing this. I want to be better at technology. I want to master cloud technology. And that's the hard part because it's ever-changing. You need to commit to it and also feel the way you're going to feel when you have actually reached that goal, because that helps you add grit to the process. So in the evening, when you want to go to bed or are tired, still you want to commit to that goal. Be structured within OneNote in order to capture information. It's so important. It's a talk of its own. And this is the fundamental part, the capture process. I showed you how to do it on the mobile. I will show you how to do it with email soon. But after you have captured, you need to process, you need to organize this, because unless it will just become another inbox, right? So you need to set up time to process it. You need to set up time to go through it. So I move current tasks into a new section called current. And I also move videos I want to watch, articles I want to read, into a section called mobile. And then I have articles I want to reference to later, information I want to revert back to. For instance, the logon page for the math exercises for my son. I will always forget that. But that will go into a references section, which I will always revert back to. So I don't have to search for it. I know where it is. After you have processed and organized it, you should create actionable tasks for your tasks. And you can use find tags and prioritize those to create your ultimate to-do list. And then I have some tips on how to execute on this, using deep focus in order to focus for 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get stuff done. To not go to social media. Don't answer that call or get coffee. You should focus for 10 or more minutes. It turns out that it takes about 7 to 10 minutes to reach your flow state, your deep focus. And you should stay that as long as you can, or at least for 20 minutes. So that's the process. But the most important part, the key takeaway for you guys here today, is the capture process. So when I organize email, I don't believe actionable email should stay in the inbox. And there are 2 types of people in this world, apparently. Those who had all read messages, and all those who had tens of thousands of unread messages in their inbox. So I guess we are a good collection of those 2 types of people here. I like to clean my inbox out. So what does that mean? How do I do that? Well, here's a quote for you guys. So when evaluating email, if they can be done in under 2 minutes, do it now. And that's a quote by David Allen. He created the Getting Things Done methodology. And he created that back in the 80s. I really subscribe to the Getting Things Done methodology. Anyone here use it today? Great. For those others of you, check it out. It's really good. So I picked some stuff up there, but I wanted to upgrade it to 2018 in a digital world using Office 365. That's why I want to use OneNote and OneDrive and Flow and so on. So let's look at how I process email. And the goal is empty inbox. Empty inbox doesn't mean you have taken action on all the emails. It just means that you have taken a conscious decision about it. So let's take a look. I have 3 types of emails here. The first one is someone asking me about someone's contact information. That takes me less than 2 minutes. I probably can search for that contact information. I have it on my phone, or maybe I don't have it. But my goal here is to keep that other person in flow so they can continue on their task. So I will do it right away. Get that information sent out of mind and out of sight. Next, I get a task, Office 365 design project. I need to do a lot of stuff to complete that. I need a set of time to do it. And here you see I've got some tasks. I will save it into my collection section and always save that. This is on OneNote 2016, the Office version. Here you will see you will get the title of the email. You will get the content. It's not linked to Outlook, so you need to search for this title to find the email again when you want to answer it. But under here, I will create my actions. So in order to do that detailed Visio design, I need to install Visio. I need to get the custom figures for Visio. I need a set of time. I will add that to this email in OneNote. It's a rich canvas for taking notes. Perfect. Then I have a meeting. It should take less than 2 minutes to find your meeting time. Either it works or it doesn't. Then you suggest a new time, or you can use find time in order to triage where to meet and how to meet and when. So now I have 2 emails left in my inbox. And I want to show you guys something new, or not. It's the archive button. Anyone seen it before? Yes? But it's like just suddenly it were there in Outlook, and it's quite cool actually. So the way it works is that you create, you go and click archive for the email you have processed, either sent to OneNote or answered or don't care about. It goes into the archive folder. So you can find it here, or you find it there, or even if you backspace, it will go into the archive folder. So this is just a rule, right? But the beauty of it, it's available on web, on mobile, on PC, so it's available on all your platforms. And it goes into a folder called archive. It's not just a folder, really. So it's just a name, no special retention policies, but it's not in your inbox. So there's a challenge, though. How do we process email at a conference such as Microsoft Ignite? You guys are walking around, probably not bringing your computer even, but you're still reading emails, right? Right? Some of you may. But when you're processing that, reading them, maybe taking actions, or maybe see that you need to take action on it later, you can use Microsoft Flow for that. So let me show you how. So here I have my Outlook mobile. This also works on any device, any mail client, because I'm using the flag email in order to move that into OneNote. So if you already are using flagged emails, this may break that process for you. But the good thing is that if anyone you wants to use Microsoft To Do, flagging an email will actually create a task in Microsoft To Do as well. So you can automatically have that task in To Do and send the content to OneNote, and you are able to take action on it. So I flag that email by sliding And I'll also customize this so I can slide anyway I want. Two things happens. The first thing is you notify yourself that you have seen it and taken action. So when you're processing your inbox later on, you know that I already have seen this. It's sent to OneNote. The second thing is that you are actually ready to use the archive button on the client as well. It's available on Outlook Mobile, both for iOS and Android. So you can actually clean up your inbox on the go. How cool is that? Super cool. So this is how it looks. It's not as beautiful as it is with the plugin, but it works. You have the title, you have the content. If it were an attachment there, it will notify you if there were an attachment. But again, you shouldn't send it really to OneNote because that makes your notebook bloated. So you should keep it in Outlook, or preferably, people should have just sent you a link, right? Not the actual attachment. But you have the content here, and you're ready to take action. If you want to know how to do this, you can look up my blog, msunify.net, and search for Flow. I have a detailed step-by-step process there, where you can go through and set it up for yourself. It's a great way to use Office 365 in order to have it working for you. So that's the capture process. This works even though you are super busy or have a lot of time on your hands. I've been using this for the last 3 years, and it still works for me. Because I've tried a lot of productivity methodologies over the years, and they always break when I get super busy and I don't have time to be productive. And it just breaks because I can't color code my calendar, or I can't categorize my emails good enough, or stuff like that. But this just works. Just capture, unedited, to the collection section within OneNote. So it's all about capturing your mind, your ideas, your to-do lists, get it into OneNote. So when getting started with this, just set aside 13 minutes. That's enough in order to dump all your thoughts, your ideas, your insights. You probably, at Ignite here, you will suddenly understand something, connect the dots, write it down. Because tomorrow, next week, in a month, you won't have that same insight, the same clarity. So write it down, collect it into the collection section so that you will find it again. Same with slides. Everyone is going to use OneNote to take pictures now, right? Yes, it's the best way to do it. And actionable emails should not stay in Outlook. They should go outside of Outlook. That's my idea anyway. Go into the collection section within OneNote. I have a YouTube channel where I go into deep dive within each of these setups. Also how to set it up on a Windows computer, how to set it up for Outlook, how to get started with this. Tips and tricks, 2-minute videos. And also my full sessions, the deep dive session, is also on there. So check it out, youtube.com/Ståle And my name is Ståle Hansen. I'm a productivity enthusiast. Thank you for your time and have a good conference.